adding value to clients is really, a large part of the DNA of my practice. As an AIMS accountant, you're always thinking, whenever you're interacting with a client, whether it's by email or by phone, what are the other things that we need to think about? What does this mean for us downstream? Have we thought about this? Have we thought about that? And it's one of the things that I pride myself in, is that you don't just give yes or no answers, or you're always, and part of the interest in running a practice is using your knowledge and your skills and your experience to add value to those kind of personal transactions that you're having. So it happens on a daily basis. I guess what I like about working with business owners is it does, you're very aware of what you're bringing to the table. There are so many kind of accountants out there that just kind of do the compliance work, and so when you and when you respond to a client quickly, and when you kind of give them the information you need and give them some more things to think about, or maybe make possible something that they didn't think was possible, that's fantastic. And you're helping those businesses, and you're helping those people to make the best of what they're doing, and to maybe do things that they didn't think were possible. So it's knowing that you're providing a good service, and hearing that you're providing a good service, and it's having been in practice with AIMS now for nearly 10 years, and a lot of those early clients, still working with a lot of those early clients, then it's really gratifying to see how those businesses have grown and thrived, and and also those personal relationships that you build with your clients, how they've developed. I mean, I guess from quite an early age, it's clear that I had an aptitude for numbers, but also I kind of very much enjoy working with people, and I think that's what I enjoy about being in practice, is that you're able to bring those I'm able to bring those two things together, and be able to and also you're able to see things in the numbers that people generally wouldn't see, and through qualification you've gained a lot of skills that enable people to understand their numbers. So I guess that's what I enjoy. It kind of it uses skills that I've got and skills that I've learned, but at the same time it enables me to kind of helping people with customer service is really important to me, and it enables me to kind of do that as well. So by the time I joined AIMS, I was just turning 40, and I'd spent the best part of 20 years kind of working in practice, and for large companies, and at the same time my son was coming up to 5 and starting school, and the kind of like the corporate treadmill wasn't quite doing it for me anymore, and I wanted more flexibility in my life. I wanted to be able to spend more time with my son as he was growing up. That I realised that was something that was very important to me, and but at the same time I'd worked so hard to get a qualification and get the qualification, and the experience that I got. So I was kind of looking at a way to put all that together, and when I was looking at different options of how to do that, the compliance side of running a practice was something that was very clearly important, to be able to not just do things, but do things right. And AIMS seemed to kind of like, when I found AIMS, they found me, to be more kind of precise. It seemed to kind of tick all the boxes, and it's turned out to be, absolutely, what was written on the tin is exactly, what's happened, and here I am, sort of like 10 years later, and it's been a really good experience. When I did, first start with Ames, I thought, well, wow, if they can deliver on 75% of the things that they say they're going to do, then this is going to be great. And I have to say that they've always delivered. There's always been great advice coming from the support accountants, even quite apart from the technical advice, but in the early days, advice on how to win clients, advice on pitching, advice on how to run the business, personal advice on how to manage workloads and stresses and things like that. And in those early days, it was really, really vital. And more recently, as you mature, you kind of get to run your business the way that you want to, and your contact with head office it becomes more of a kind of technical nature, I guess. But the technical support is always very good. And especially recently, the developments that Park Road have made in terms of information technology, making things easier for us to engage clients, making it easier for us to manage our practice. The tools that they've made available have really raised the bar in what we can do as accountants. So it's fantastic to see the head office provision kind of go from strength to strength.